Hello everyone, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion and Season 10 of Prime. This is Round 7 and we're at the brand new super shiny Spa-Francorchamps. My name's Gareth and joining me once again in commentary is Jools. Jools, how are you?
Hi, it's got grass. You can see the
beautiful,
grass.
Isn't it? Look at it.
Pretty. Top of the standings, we've got Don Parker, followed by Rob Miller and Yao Tome. We've got bronze, gold and silver, all in the top three, followed by Kelly, Maxwell, Tove and White. David Ward, after a shaky start, has really got to grips with the IR18. And then we have Chowcraft, Miles, Sloots, Murphy, Meesters, Bond, Winslade, Line, Brown, Cook, Kuzmerick and Koenig in the top 20. Oh, they've even got like a Ferris wheel. I was going to call it a merry-go-round. Yeah, no, it's very pretty. The new Spa. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Stupid Ageri topping the team standings then ahead of Wizards, Fire, Ruby and the A team. Rob's team really suffering with Line's sporadic appearances this season, so hopefully he can come back for the final three races and try and help the A team push to get the title. Rob winning the last round out in Indianapolis Road. And Dom's first time not on the podium this season, that race.
It was indeed, yeah. Bit of a crash in the background. Miller found somehow to keep ahead of Murphy. Followed him very closely over the line, but still a win. Indeed.
Yeah, and it's Rob who's on top once again at Spa. And we were saying before, he's a win or crash driver at this track, isn't he?
Pretty much, yeah. All the way through the GT3s and the various open wheelers. So Murphy's only 2/10 behind him, and 3/10 for Kelly, and then about a second and a half for everybody else, at least.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get a fight for the podium, and it won't just be Rob running away with it. So we can see the grid there. Rob Miller on pole as expected, with Alex Murphy alongside, Gavin Kelly in third, Yao Tome, another great result for him in P4, and Tourmaline is in fifth, Blake Tovey in sixth. Then we've got Ben Chowcraft, Don Parker all the way down in eighth for our championship leader. Russell Bright making a welcome return to the championship, he's in P9, Team and Sloots in 10th. Then we've got Gareth Winslade in 11th, Pavel Kuzmerick in 12th, Chris White in 13th and Chris Forrester in 14th. Two McLaren drivers for this round. Rich Meesters in 15th, Stephen Maxwell, then Ryan Tazuski, Jacob Klein, James Pepper, Steve Pepper and David Ward not finding the time at Spa, all the way down in 21st place.
Oh, he's not qualifying. Yeah, he does this. He did it last round as well, if you recall, and it put him at the front for a couple of laps.
Yeah, the standing times took a while to shake it out, didn't he? But he climbed through the field rather magnificently.
Happy to report the glitchiness of the last race is not being repeated here, so we should not see any of that nonsense.
That is a massive relief, yeah. So a few things to look out for then at the revised Spa, apart from, as we mentioned, the rather crisp new surroundings and layout. It all looks rather fabulous, but obviously we've got the reprofiled no-name corner, which is it's a much slower, tighter corner now on the run down to Pouon. And also there's a really nasty bump in Stavolo, which drivers are going to have to manage because it's right on the apex of the corner, and it does tend to throw the car off into the gravel trap, especially with
Isn't it the corner after Stavolo? Curve of Paul Frere, the exit there, onto Baltimore. Yeah, well, it's nasty. Sometimes you can go flat out, and sometimes you can't, and it just throws you off the track and you get an off track.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the track maps I was looking at earlier, it's sort of one of them calls the first one Campus, and then the next one Stavolo, and then Paul Frere is the long speedy curve.
I guess I'm looking at a different map, but yeah, it's.
I think there's a variety there are across the internet, so we can go with whatever we want, really.
Well, I like Curve of Paul Frere. Sounds nice.
I do like Curve of Paul Frere. Isn't that named after? I think it was a Belgian journalist, wasn't he?
I don't know. I was just doing sprint commentary with Dom. We were discussing the origins of Snetterton's corner names.
Right. Well, anyway, here we go then. The cars are out of the bus stop and racing, and there goes
gone.
Miller. Yep. As we head up to La Source for the first time, famous pinch point. Obviously, we've got the two No Slots, No Glories going side by side there, and a gravel trap on the outside of La Source now, which is very exciting.
Indeed. Miller got a bit of a getaway there. He's only 6/10 ahead of Murphy. Surely that's going to be enough to keep him in the lead into Le Combe, but we'll see.
Yeah, 3 Wizards in the top 5, look. And then Tove just behind him in P6.
It's a lot of Wizards as Murphy looks to the outside down the Camel Straight.
No push
Kelly
to pass
is
on lap
also...
1.
No, we don't. That's true. Kelly having a look as well, and Murphy has done it into Le Combe.
Yeah. Not a surprise with such a long straight, obviously, down the Camel as you head to Le Combe.
Come on, Ben.
Bit of argy-bargy there between Chalcraft and Forrester, it seems, as Forrester was on the radio.
Big lock-up for Russell Bright there as they went for Bruchelles. And here is the reprofiled No Name, and you can see the original corner on the inside there.
Yeah, and welcome back, Russell Bright. Hopefully he's feeling better. I know he wasn't feeling very well for quite some time.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a rough summer and apparently caught every illness going, so really nice to see him back.
He'll be alright now then, he's had all the illnesses.
Yeah, get out of your system.
See Pepper's in the pits. Which Pepper is that?
It's James.
James Pepper.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Look at that bump. There was that. Look at that bump as they come through there.
Oh yeah, look at that. Maxwell's car was properly riding that, wasn't it? Got battles going on up and down the field, look. Bright is under attack from Chalcraft and Forrester as they head through Blanchimont up to the bus stop. Kuzmarek attacking Winslade.
Oh, there's been a bit of a kerfuffle.
Sloop's round. Kuzmarek was taken to the inside. Might get a replay of that later on. Meanwhile then, Chalcraft and Forrester. And it's Forrester who's on the attack on Chalcraft as they dive into La Source. What a great move by Chris there.
Side by side as well. Kuzmarek and Maxwell make the run up to Eau Rouge. Well, they were.
Chalcraft's fighting back.
Here we go.
So he's going to have the drag run all the way down the Camel Straight then.
Wow, so close together.
Yeah, they've got some great fighting going on.
We've now got 4 cars in the pits. There's Maxwell and Kuzmarek are swapping positions through the corner.
Oh,
Maxwell
Chris White
makes it move,
there.
makes it work.
So 3 Camels in the pits, unfortunately. And Chris White from the Claret team.
3 Camels in the pits. So it's like a journey of wise men.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Murphy continues to lead the race.
Yeah, and these two are sort of breaking away a little bit from Kelly and Malarin behind.
Yeah, stretching their legs. Still only about 1.5 seconds, but let's have a look at this replay. Okay, that's Meesters going into back there of White, I believe.
Yeah, that explains why those two are in the pits. Big shame there.
And further contact afterwards. That looks like Tzerski and Pepper.
Pepper going around, yeah. Oh, that's the aftermath then with Chris White. Oh,
and James Pepper
going for the avoiding action. Yeah, so it was Steve Pepper who got tagged at the top of La Source. Oh, look, and Sloot's going round. Oh, Winslade losing half a front wing.
Yeah, Sloot's just rolling back there. Should have held his brakes. So Winslade lost his wing, it looks like.
Yeah.
Back to live action.
Kuzmarek making a move.
Yeah, Maxwell already passed Kuzmarek, so Kuzmarek's trying to get him back here.
We've got action going on between Bright and Forrester just ahead as well. Don't know where to look.
So certainly good action so far in his first 3 laps.
Yeah, Forrester hangs on, and you can see that Alex Murphy has taken the fastest lap of the race.
Indeed he has. Just like the cars are getting back in the race, those that were damaged. We didn't mention actually Blake here in qualifying. He qualified quite low for him.
Yeah.
Like 7th or where is he? What is he? He's 6th because he's currently where he started.
Yeah. No, it was Dom was 8th, wasn't he? So yeah, I think Blake was 6th on the grid, which is as you say, a little unusual for him because we're kind of getting used to seeing him up in the top 3 positions.
Indeed. So he's just made that move on Tomei, so he's now up 1.
Yep.
So we've got here, it's Bright on Forrester. So Winslade was running with Bright behind him, so Winslade's got past Forrester, or has Forrester got past Bright? I'm not sure. Either way, there's now a car between them.
Yeah, I think. Well, Bright and Forrester have been battling for a little while, haven't they? I think Forrester got through earlier with the. There was a bit of contact, wasn't there? I think I can't remember.
Yeah, me neither. But we'll move on. That bump is so severe.
Yeah, I mean, Murphy just went from one side of the track to the other just from touching it.
Miller tracking him, but not getting close enough. I wonder maybe if Miller's running more of a downforce than Murphy, given how much Murphy gained on him on the start up the hill.
Winsley just made a mistake there. Look, and Forrester is through.
He is.
So let's see what he can do now.
Chalcraft look like he's going to get past Bright here. They come into the bus stop. Let's see. Try and get around the outside. That turns to the inside, but nope, no space there.
It's quite a severe camber in the middle of that corner. It's the bus stop. It is very, very easy to loop the car there.
It is indeed, yeah. As we get some penalty repairs needed from the first lap, so obviously Meesters and Pepper both suffered damage.
Yeah, Meester's still in the pits. Oh, an unsafe pit entrance for Steve Pepper. That's a big shame.
It is indeed. So that would have been 15 seconds on his pit stop, plus any damage or whatever. And another for White as well. Meanwhile, the gap up front, just 1 second. A couple of seconds back to Malarin, so he must have got past Kelly at some point.
I was just marvelling at the crispy colours as they were coming down the Kemmel there. It does look very gorgeous, doesn't it?
I think they've done a very, very good job with this track.
If they can just sort the trees out, I think. I mean, that angle doesn't look great.
No, but then that's just trees in iRacing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a replay of maybe what happened with Kelly and Malarin. It's like Malarin just got a great exit out of the bus stop.
Really good exit, yeah.
I wonder if he's using any push to pass or not. But anyway, he's put it up the inside. Kelly tries a bit of a switchback, get the toe up the hill, but seemingly it didn't work because he is still in fourth.
Yeah. Russell Bright still with his hands full with Ben Chalcraft behind him and Stephen Maxwell.
And very wide in the background for Klein there. Did you see that?
I did indeed, yeah. Lucky to keep it out of the wall.
It was indeed, as Pepper's showing off track at the bus stop at the moment. It's going red and he's just sat there.
I wonder if he's had a little spin.
Possibly.
So, one of the classic overtaking spots on this track then. You can see Chalcraft trying to make it stick.
Lock up for Bright.
Yeah, Winslow defended against his teammate there. Didn't make it easy for him.
No, indeed.
Ooh.
It's like Klein nearly went it round again, yeah. And then in all of that, somehow Maxwell got past Chalcraft.
Wow. That's a magician move, that.
Indeed. He's looking to get a good run up the hill here as well, following Bright. That is very close. Oh, he's a couple of tenths back. Perfect range for a strike.
Absolutely.
Suzuki showing red on the track map. Oh, that's the Maxwell approach. Yeah, here comes Maxwell. It's going to be difficult there. Slots back in.
Is that Maxwell on the hard tyres, unlike everyone around him then?
Yeah, we haven't talked tyres. Everybody mostly were on the softs, but Maxwell did indeed start on the hards. He's up 5 places already. The soft tyres will overheat here, so you get a few laps out of them, but we're on lap 5, they're going to be struggling now, so this is where Maxwell's going to probably be faster than those around him.
Yeah. And he was the absolute master of this strategy at the Nürburgring, going all the way up to P4.
Indeed he was, as he's looking to the outside. Anything doing here?
Wow, this is brave around round the Fania chicane.
Thinks better of it in the end, but yep. Still
Oh,
looking.
yeah, but I mean, as you say, you can just see how much traction he's got coming out the corners, and he's just so much quicker on the exit than Bright ahead of him. Pepper having a little wiggle there, just checking his car maybe.
Here comes Maxwell. Looks like he's got it done before
Blanchimont even. Yeah,
Indeed.
incredible. Was he going for a 2-for-1 special? No.
Another lock up.
Chowcraft. Yeah. So Bright definitely struggling on the softs now.
Let's replay what happened to Zitsky. Oh,
Ooh.
big snap. Wow. Does that wing come back? No, it looks like he's lost the wing. I think the white wheels are okay, but the wing's gone.
So that's the fourth cool camel to have an adventure this race.
Oh, looks like Pepper had a similar snap.
Yeah.
Kept it out of the wall.
I'd not
Tyres
seen
going to be toasted, though.
Yeah, really are. I'd not seen anyone having trouble with Blanchimont. I mean, it's normally just a bit of a flat-out corner, especially in this car.
Yeah, if you catch the curb, though, you go light
True.
on the rear, and then, yeah, you go round.
Well,
So,
if we think back to the early races in the season, the car was very susceptible to bump spin, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Like you say, on the curb.
and there's Murphy doing a move on Klein. So it looks like we've got some pit stops that have occurred during that replay. Murphy, Malarin, and Kelly seem to have pitted. So
Yeah,
early
Murphy
stops
done
for them.
Very early stops. So it's got to be strategic. What are we expecting in terms of strategy in this race?
You probably want to run the softs as little as you can, and then you've got 2 stints probably of about 11 laps after that. But these, 10 laps. But these drivers seem to have come in a bit early.
Are they going to be able to make it stretch then, do you think?
Yeah, they should be able to make it stretch. It's just a case of running a slightly leaner mode. If you run full beans, then you can do 10 laps. So that would get you 20 laps. And then you have 7 left. They've pitted 2 laps early, so they need to do another lap on each stint. So then they're going to have to stretch to 11. And you can do that with fuel saving.
Here comes Ben Chowcroft once again on Russell Bright there. And almost getting forced off the track by Russell. It was a bit strong defence there. Oh, and Russell nearly lighting his tyres up on the exit of the bus stop. Saw a lot of that in practice, didn't we? With drivers lighting up on the exit and spinning to the inside and burying it in the wall. And again on the exit of La Source as well. So there's a lot of danger spots on this new Spa layout.
There is, and with 7 lap old softs, they're going to be screaming. Just saw Maxwell actually, just on his fastest lap. So those cars are really coming into their own now.
Yeah.
Miller's still going, so I would expect Miller probably to be in at the end of this lap.
So looking on the standings, you can see Maxwell has done both No Slots, No Glory, and it's Chris Forrester in his McLaren who is the next target, only about 2 seconds up the road. So
Yeah, that's right.
let's keep an eye on that.
I was going to say, Ward starting from the back.
Oh,
Can't see where
there
he
goes
is now.
Klein.
Yep, that's what we were talking about happening in practice.
Yeah.
Gets out the way nicely.
Yeah, very, very sensible, nice driving by Jacob there. Well done, mate.
Yeah, so Ward's up 9 from where he started, but he has been helped by some incidents, obviously, as he started at the back. And Kuzmarik's past Chowcraft now, so now it's his turn to try and see if there's a way past Bright, who's defending for all his worth.
Yeah.
Which is allowing Winslade to scamper away in front of him.
Yeah, wouldn't mind a replay on that Kuzmarik move. Here's Murphy then.
Ooh, pushed
And he's
pass.
on the back of the train.
It's worth mentioning the push to pass has changed since last round. Instead of 10 uses, you now get 200 seconds. You can see it counting down, 184, 183 on the dash there.
Yeah, that's quite a cool new change, actually. I mean, does it work out about the same amount of usage time?
I think it's...
Oh, look at that. Bright in the pits.
Yeah, Bright pitting. I would have said it was more, but because you get 10 uses... Yeah, no, say it's the same. It's 10 uses of 20 seconds or 200 seconds. It feels more, you know.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh!
it's like
Kuzmarek
Kuzmarek lost
gone.
it, and that's Murphy challenging for the lead. Looks like wing damage.
Oh,
To have a
what
look
a
on that
shame.
car, see if it's damaged or if it's popped back in.
Yeah, he was fully into Pavel's car there, so I mean that's a
Yeah,
big shame.
yeah, he's lost it, and looks like he didn't really have any downforce coming out of Radion.
But that's exactly what we were saying earlier, though, about one of those really difficult points on the track.
And so that's
Oh.
Miller has just done his pit stop and come out in front of Murphy.
Yeah, I was
But
just going to
Murphy
say.
has lost his
Oh.
wings, so expect that gap to rapidly grow.
And without that collision, would he be ahead? Because he did come almost to a complete stop there with the Pavel crash. So
Yeah, it would have been close. I mean, if Miller was ahead, then Murphy probably would have been his slipstream going up the hill.
Oh, what a shame. I think that's denied us a bit of a good race. Oh, look, Jacobs stopped again, unfortunately. There he
Oh,
is.
he's beached.
He's beached.
Oh dear. Oh, that I don't know what that livery is, but it kind of reminds me of one of the Lotus Castrol Lotuses of 93, 94.
Yeah, I know the ones you mean, yeah. I thought it was like a Bass Pro fishing
Yeah,
shop.
I'm sure it is. But yeah, the yellows and greens just remind me as Murphy is dropping back into the clutches of Trailcraft, so
Cool
he's
livery, though. I like
probably
it.
going to have to pit for repairs, given he's got like 8 more laps of this stint. He's just going backwards.
He's always a fighter, though. Let's see what he can do. I'm sure once he's repaired, he will come flying back up through the field.
Indeed. Tomei, Tove and Parker all stretched it a bit longer and now in the pits, making their stops. And yeah, there is Murphy.
Did he get that stopped in time?
I don't think he did. Look like
No.
There's confirmation. Let's hold for 15 seconds as well, so it's going from bad to worse.
What a shame. What a shame for... Well, I mean, what a shame for us as well, because we're denied what would have been a very... was shaping up to be a very exciting battle. Ooh, someone just pinged back into existence. But yeah, but also for Alex, obviously, on a personal level, because he was looking very handy in this race.
Indeed he was. Here comes Malarin. Ward defending into Lacombe. They come together on the apex, second part of it.
I thought that was coming, actually. It looked... Oh, God, he's wrecked it.
He's gone, his wing's gone.
Oh, Ward's amazing run of races has come to an end then. Do you want to...
Oh, here's Tove coming out the pits.
Yeah.
And that's Kelly, so that would be full position.
This is tight into Eau Rouge, but it gets done.
Looks like Blake decided to live another day, and there's another view of what happened between Malarin and Ward.
So talk us through this one then, Jools. What's your thoughts?
Well, Ward could have given more space there, but it also looked like Malarin was using a bit of the curb, which probably turned his car into a bit of a what's he called? A snowboard.
Yeah. Oh, Winsley hitting that curb, the bounce, the bump.
It did.
Right.
Yeah, it gets you on cold tyres more than the warm tyres, so it's a bit of a handful there. But yeah, it looked like a bit of, 6 of one, half a dozen the other to me. Avoidable, I would say.
I just saw the red stripes on Winsley, so he is still running his soft tyres from that P5 would bear that out that he's not made his stop yet.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm surprised actually. Yeah, everybody else is probably pitted by now.
Well, I think
Forrester probably, and Maxwell obviously because he's running his hard, so he wants to run as long as possible. But yeah, 10 or 11 laps is about what you're going to get on a tank.
So we can expect them in very soon.
You can, yeah. So Malarin may have damage from that collision with Ward, given that Kelly and Tove are closing rapidly on him, and I don't expect he's going to be ahead of one of them at least by the end of the straight.
Yeah, here they come then, down the Cannon Straight.
Yeah, and Ward's in the pits. Obviously that wing, and that's it. Both of them passed him.
Yeah.
So he's going to have face the same decision as Murphy. Does he pit early, or does he run it to the end of the stint? He pitted on lap 5, so he's 5 laps in. He's probably got 6 laps left to do on this stint. Is it worth coming in, or is it worth just taking the pain? We'll see what he decides.
It's a lot of time loss. Meanwhile then, our presumed race leader, which is Rob Miller there in P4, and he's catching up to Chris Forrester, who's currently running P3 ahead of his scheduled stop.
That is right. So yeah, so it's Miller, and then Winslater hasn't pitted, Chalcraft hasn't pitted, so Kelly's the next one that has pitted.
Lots of tyre tracks through the gravel trap on the exit of Stavelo there, confirming what the bump does.
Seeing a lot of use. As Tomei comes into the pits.
I expect we're going to see Maxwell as well. There he is.
Yep, he's also in the pits.
And here comes Tove. Forrester in the pits as well, as is Winslade and Maxwell. Yeah, they're all in.
So this is going to be 2nd, 3rd and 4th on your screen, as everybody else that hasn't pitted now comes in. Just like that, Miller has now nearly 9 seconds over the rest of the field, with no Murphy to challenge him.
Yeah, I was saying, we've definitely been deprived of what would have been a pretty stonking battle between those guys.
Well, I mean, Miller wants some screen time, he can always drop back and fight these two.
Yeah. So did Bright pit a lap earlier? Look, he's just jumping past Forrester, Winslade and Chalcraft. I didn't see him go in.
Nice easy move for Tove there. Easily done before the braking.
Yeah, good move by Tove.
Mularen is hanging on to them, so you got to say that damage can't be too bad. They've passed him pretty easily, but since then he's managed to just hold on. He's only 2nd behind. He looks like he's pushing it though, isn't he?
He is really pushing to hang on. But he doesn't go down without a fight, does he?
No, never.
And only when the wheels all fall off.
Yes. Yeah, you got to say, I mean, he's got probably some downforce loss, but also he's got dirty air as well from the two in front. So he is going very wide. It's not going to be doing any good for his tyres.
Not at all, no. Let's hope then that Kelly can hang on to Tove ahead of him and keep a good battle for P2 in this race for us to watch.
Indeed. Let's see where the other battles are. Obviously, this is a close battle. There's only 0.7 of a second between these two.
Yep, Kuzmarek and Tazuski.
It's like Tomei and Parker are also about a second apart. So that's something else to watch out for.
I can't remember who the other grey camel driver is in Prime. Is it still Mark Innes? Yeah, I think it must be.
Did he do any more than one race? I forget now.
I think he's done a couple, yeah. Yeah, it was a shame. I don't know why. I think Mark's just been very busy recently, hasn't he? I haven't seen him on track for quite a lot of races.
Ridiculous. Recently. Mark, get back on track.
Yeah. Whereas we're going to prod you in the Lake District.
Well, we're going to do that anyway.
Well, yeah. This is me prompting myself to do it.
Fair enough.
Like the old ear flicking in at Dom's wedding on Greening.
No, it's Zeph. Mark Zeph is in grey. Innes is in green.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
Other Mark. Yeah. Another Mark.
Other Mark. Yeah, we haven't seen him for ages either.
Yeah, get back on track.
These Marks, they're such part-timers.
I know, terrible. Okay, so the gap seems to have stabilised, but it's not as if Miller needs to push at this point in time. Oh, here's that battle I mentioned earlier, so this is Parker tracking Tomei. But they have had quite a few battles this season.
They really have, yeah. Hoping for lots more in the last 3 rounds.
Indeed. One that sticks out was Hockenheim, where they kind of nearly crashed coming out of the pits, and then Tomei was trying to catch Parker, but Kelly was in the way, trying to make himself amusing.
Yeah.
Parker holding him for the win.
And then the Nürburgring shenanigans. Oh, that was the Nürburgring, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking the wrong German track, obviously.
That's alright. I forgive you. And we go to Barber next. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I heard these cars race around there, but it's going to be quite difficult to pass. So,
Yes.
but it looks... I've tried it. It is fun to drive. Not sure what the racing's going to be like, but we'll see.
Is that your first trip to Barber?
Yeah. I had to buy it. I didn't own it.
Oh wow. What did you think of that? The triple apex chicane thing.
It's fun because if you nail it, then it feels quite good actually.
It's a very hard corner to nail, though.
It is, but yeah, I was quite happy with my practice.
I like the sector after that. You've got the very fast left-right chicane down that straight, but then after that you've got a really nice dippy corner complex, which is like near the end of the lap. Yeah, it's really fun.
It's a fun track. That's even how we fit all the cars on it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of laps because it's quite a short lap.
Yeah, true.
So I'm thinking that the fuel will be probably restricted to look at a 3/2 stop, so that people can use some strategy if they get stuck.
Cool.
Yeah. We shall see.
Oh, Winslade just lighting the rear up as he came out of Rochelle there.
Yeah, he wants to stay in the slipstream here of Mr. Recovering Murphy.
Yeah, tough to do though.
It is.
And
But then,
because
who knows what Murphy's thinking after the disastrous first 6 laps.
yeah, well he's on in 11th place. Chowcraft only 4 seconds up the road, so he's got to be looking at a top 10 if he can get past Chowcraft Forrester maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. As it's Malaren now in between Tomei and Parker. So
Interesting.
Malaren
Yeah.
and Tomei. Oh yeah, he's not got much traction on those rears, has he?
No, he's not. So, lap 14 of 27 then, and it's Rob Miller in the lead from Blake Tovey and Gavin Kelly in P3. Jiao Tomei is in P4 with Termalaren just behind him in P5. Don Parker in 6th and 7th is Stephen Maxwell. Russell Bright is in P8 and Chris Forrester in 9th, and Ben Chowcraft rounding out the top 10. Alex Murphy with the fastest lap of the race is currently in 11th place and closing. Then we've got David Ward, Gareth Winslade, David Ward, Tiemann Slutz, Pavel Kuzmarek, Ryan Tazewski and Jacob Klein, who we saw earlier having a couple of incidents. Steve Pepper is in 18th place, Rich Meesters in 19th, and Chris White and James Pepper both in the pit lane currently and presumably out of the race, sadly.
Yep. It's like Maxwell catching Parker. We might actually have a battle, so rather than Dom just dominating it.
Yeah. Well, and that's a second unsafe pit entry for Steve Pepper this race, and he's not enjoying the pit entry here.
He's not indeed, no.
And this is only the second race this season then. Oh, look at that. Forrester. Oh, what a shame. He's flying this race. What's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lighting the rears up on the exit of Rochelle there. So, I mean, that's, again, it's one of those big traction events, isn't it? And it's so easy to do, but that is such a shame because Forrester has been flying all race. Massive, massive shame.
Well, he's got a fast repair. He might be able to stretch out a 12-lap stint, so let's see what he can do from there.
Yeah, he knows how to do the old engine modes and stuff. It's normally his teammate, Chris White, who seems to find an extra lap from anyone in the field, actually. It's quite ridiculous how long he's been able to stretch it. Oh, and another unsafe pit entrance.
No.
What's going on with these drivers today?
Mularen Parker eased past Mularen.
Did Malari make a mistake there?
I think it's just he's down on speed at the moment.
Yeah.
From that damage with Ward. He's just sticking it out. Look at the car squirming under traction there. trying to do what Forrester's car did.
Yeah, not ideal.
But yeah, no, I learned today his name is Sture Mullaren. I'm sure I got that wrong still. But...
Well, I think he can slap you if you did, but I thought it was a very, very good effort myself.
It's certainly better than what I normally call him, which is unrepeatable.
What, Smurf? You can say Smurf on our channel.
I was going to say Smurf. I was going to say something else. That's why I didn't.
Oh, that bump nearly made me seasick.
It's disgusting that they need to plane it.
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
No, I don't agree with taking bumps off tracks. I think bumps are what.
No, they should remove it
tracks
in real life and then remove it in the game.
They shouldn't be racing on billiard tables.
No, they shouldn't. But that is a ridiculous bump. It's like it's like when they do roadworks and they say warning ramp because they've cut part of the road away and it drops down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, or where part of the road surface has just been so warm by people driving on it, there's a groove in the road.
Exactly, like on the motorway, we get stuck in the. Look
Yeah.
at this. Miller is just relentlessly pulling away from second place here.
Well, we did say it was a feast or famine track for him, and once again,
he's got a little less than halfway to go. A bit of squirming there. It's not like the car's doing everything he wants.
No, I mean we were saying earlier about what most people love Spa, or you have said.
All right-thinking people who love Spa, that is true.
There are a few perverts around who don't like it, but in general, most people love Spa, and but this car around this track is still a real challenge, isn't it? Like
it
we were
is.
saying with the traction zones.
Some people don't like this car either, and again, they're pervert. It's a challenging car to drive, but.
It is.
It's a challenging track with a challenging car, but when you get it right, I think it feels good.
I don't think it's a bad car, actually. I quite enjoy it.
I mean, I get that like Formula 1 cars have more downforce and they handle better, but this one's it's a bit more like visceral, I guess.
Yeah. There's a lot of thinking going into it, really, and a lot of like.
And
Oh my god!
Murphy is thinking he's going to get Chalcraft here, and he does.
Well, it's taken him a couple of laps to close those couple of seconds down, but he's done it, and that was a nice move.
And Dzerzhinsky and Kuzmarek still battling. I don't think these two have been apart for quite a while.
That's been going for ages, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. It's now back to Dzerzhinsky.
That was a very nice move indeed into Lecombe.
Oh, Kelly and Malaren, the early stoppers, are both into the pits for their second stop.
Oh, they've timed it beautifully then. 10 laps to the end. So that's an easy fuel tank.
That should be, yeah.
Now, are we assuming hard tyres to the finish for those guys?
If that's their preferred tyre, then yep. I mean, you would say that the softs will kind of overheat after 5-6 laps, so
yeah, but
10 laps to go, they probably want to switch to the hards.
Is that still going to be the case, though? I mean, if you think the track temp must be increasing, the track must be rubbered in now, isn't that going to be better conditions for the soft?
It might be, but again, that's driver feel. We'll see. Murphy as well, obviously pitting. So he had that extra stop, so he knows he's going to have to stop again, so he's kind of just evening out the stint, I guess.
Yeah. On board with Kuzmarek, fighting back as they come through Blanchimont, heading up to the bus stop once again. Dzerzhinsky covers. Really nice battle between these two, though. This is really fun to watch.
Oh,
oh!
As you say that.
I'm so sorry.
Commentators curse immediately. Oh dear.
Behaviour.
So yeah, Steve Pepper's had 3 stops, as has Murphy, but he shouldn't need any more now.
Yeah. When is Miller going to make his final stop?
He should be able to go a couple more laps than the rest of them.
He's in.
But he's decided he's going to come in now. I mean, fair play. He's got plenty of a gap.
Huge gap. Can respond to his rivals ahead, and just run to the flag.
Assuming he doesn't run out of fuel or crash on entry or exit, as we've seen people do. Interesting. It doesn't look like he's changing tyres, so happy to stay on those warm hards as well.
Interesting. I mean, we saw him go up on the jacks, but I didn't see him come off. Yeah.
Yeah, no tyres disappeared there, so it looks like he stayed on them.
So
that's,
Tove, Tomei,
yeah,
Parker,
Tove has
all three.
inherited the lead. Gold, bronze, silver, podium.
And he's looked pretty convincing in the lead when he's got there this season. You know, I mean, it hasn't worked out for him to get his maiden victory, but it feels like it's not far off.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
There's Russell Bright coming in then, making his second stop. There's his teammate Winslade coming up through Radion. He's got Malarin behind him. Here is said Swede.
Not quite in a dive bomb range yet.
Mularin. Oh, look at that slide on the entry to Lecom there by Tour.
Dancing the car. Which he doesn't like.
He's one of the ones who doesn't like it, yeah, but he can see he's pushing with it. When he drives it, he's very fast.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's fast in... He could be fast in a
Everything.
shopping trolley.
Can we try that? See how fast he goes down the hill if we strap him in it and chuck him?
I feel like, yeah, he's agreed to that by watching this video.
Absolutely. We're looking at you, Tool.
So, when's Maxwell going to pit? He's been on hards, he's still on hards, so he would need to switch to softs.
Oh, did he go hard, did he?
He did,
Interesting.
yeah.
Tove in, look, from the lead. He's not going to be in the lead after this stop, obviously, with Miller's advantage.
No, and looks like Tomei stretched the fuel, so he's going to lead another lap. But Parker's in with Tomei. Maxwell up to second. So yeah, he's going to have to stop for softs at some point, which was going to give him a boost of pace. We'll see where he comes out.
I mean, if he can just get to lap 20, then he's only got 7 laps on the softs, which means even if it overheats on 5 or 6, then it's not too bad.
No, exactly.
It's a pretty masterful strategy once again by Maxwell.
Winslade's got to be happy at the moment. Second for bronze and 7th overall.
Yeah. It's all looking quite good. There's Ben Chalcroft then, up to P5 with all the pit stops. He's got Gavin Kelly chasing him down in P6. Kelly's obviously made his second stop. There we go, Winslade.
Oh, here we go.
Here comes Malarin.
Oh, very close to losing his nose there.
Yeah. I think he left the car in a little bit too long.
Kelly all over the back of Chalcroft on these fresh tyres.
Yeah, as they roll down the hill to Puon. Amazing how much the drop is down here. It's quite a steep hill.
Is indeed.
Kusmarek in the pits now. Kelly's still not past them, but I presume you just wait for the safe option of the run to Blanchimont and the bus stop.
You would think so, as looks like Ward has suffered again. Oh, he needs repairs. And
he does now. No, I think that was a frustration bump, wasn't it?
He's given up there.
Tomei out, staying out once again and setting his personal best lap on board with Chalcroft. Here comes Kelly.
Again,
No.
Chalcroft mighty on the brakes. Kelly not
was.
making up the difference there.
Great defence by Chalcroft. And here we go then, there's Malarin, there's Winslade, and there's Parker just behind them. Now we know Parker's made his final stop.
Right, third attempt for Kelly.
Yeah, here we go again. Push to pass got to be enabled on board the stupid Aguri.
I can imagine so, if he's got any left.
And there's Chalcroft using it as well.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe. Kelly decides he's going to go for the inside.
Yeah, he's got a good position here.
Squeaks past.
Well done. Nice move by Kelly.
Winslade not done with Malarin.
No. Imagine there's push to pass going on in that cockpit as well. But he's getting close to his final stop. We've got a few drivers we're expecting to see in, such as Tomei and Maxwell up the front. Miller now back up to third place, with everyone else making their stops. Yeah, Tomei 10 seconds behind him now.
Yeah, it's stayed that way since about the first stop. So, I would imagine Rob is not pushing to the maximum.
Not pushing to the Maxwell.
No. Kelly and Tove were a second apart before the second stops, and now there's a bit of a gap.
Lauren dipping
5
wheels
seconds.
in the grass everywhere.
Sliding cars.
Oh, that bump again. Fearsome.
Right, leaders are in. So that's Tomei and Maxwell. Miller will reassume the lead.
Yeah, but it's really interesting to see where Maxwell's going to come out then. And Tomei, obviously, but Maxwell especially because of the alt strategy. On board with Parker, heading up to the bus stop. Oh no, Winslade's round. Oh no.
Oh dear. This repairs for Winslade. And look at the wheel on the front of Parker. That's going to be repairs for Parker as well.
Oh no, that's such a shame. Yeah, and there it is. There's the meatball message.
This looks like there was nothing either of them could do.
No
time to react for Parker, and Winslade unable to stop the car.
Well, just ran out of talent, didn't he? Yeah.
Well, momentum took over, didn't it?
We were saying that's it's one of the tough spots on this track, and obviously, yeah.
So you're asking about Maxwell. He's come out about a second and a half behind Malarin, and about 4 or 5 seconds behind Kelly.
Oh, no, unsafe pit entrance. Well, that's understandable from where he was trying to get back in.
Bad to worse. Can he stay ahead of Forrester? Because he actually still is in second overall for bronze.
Well, that's handy, isn't it? So let's go wait and see then. Yeah. So Maxwell, is he closing in? We're going to keep an eye on those times. It's just
it's half a second now, so he's done a second of it. In fact, they're on screen.
Yeah, there they are. They're pushing fast. I mean, there's so many wizards in the same livery.
Indeed.
Gonna have to have a word with
went wide at Pill on there. But yeah, Maxwell is already on him. Look at that. The fresh red tyres giving up so much more grip.
Yeah. And Malarin has been struggling for grip for the last few laps. We've seen him dipping tyres left, right, and that.
He's off the last 2 corners.
Yeah. Push to pass enabled for Maxwell. Here he goes. Can he get P5?
Gap opens up on the inside. And he's through.
That was a bold move. Yeah, another unsafe pit entrance for Tsuzuki.
Right, next target is Kelly. 3 seconds up the road.
Well,
Kelly did a 58.8. Obviously, Maxwell's lap is an out lap, so we don't know quite yet his pace.
But we can see Kelly. There he is. Look, just heading down the hill. Malarin sideways again.
I mean, I can't understand how he doesn't enjoy this car.
No.
Looks like he's having fun in it.
It does, yeah. Don Parker's made it back to the pits then after the collision with Winslade. Such a shame for Parker. His race ruined by that one.
Murphy now looking to try and get past Bright, and a couple of seconds behind him in his recovery. Maxwell takes 0.7 of a second out of Kelly in Sector 1. That is a massive amount of time.
That is huge, yeah. Team Sleek's now in the pit lane. And Winslade back in the pits. What's going on there?
So if we get a replay or whether he's given up. That drops him behind Forrester.
Yeah, well, we saw him have the pit stop earlier with the unsafe entrance, so why is he back in?
0.6 goes to Maxwell. This lead is not going to last the end of the lap.
This is hard. Yeah, classic hard tyre versus new soft tyre battle here.
I'm not sure Kelly's going to be able to do anything with the run up to Lecombe.
What tyre's Tomei on?
Let's have a look when we see him. If we see him,
he's on the. Yeah, is he on the hards as well? Because he's only 4 seconds up the road.
Yeah.
Is there a podium on the cards for Maxwell here? He's got 5 laps to do it. It's doable. It's a very exciting
There's,
charge at the end of this
that's
race.
Tomei. He looks like he's on softs actually.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's caught him in 2 laps. That was 3 seconds in 2 laps. Tomei personal best 57.3, Kelly 59.0, and a new fastest lap of the race for Maxwell. 56.3. That is some doing.
Yeah,
Especially
great.
with Miller in the race, because he is a specialist at getting the best out of those reds.
He is indeed, yeah. What a great lap.
Yeah, I can't see Kelly being able to defend it here. He's only, what, 3/10 back? There's plenty of... Yeah, he's on to push to pass. He's going to do it before halfway down the straight.
Yeah, he's cruising by.
Kelly needs to stay as close as he can now, in the hope that Maxwell's tyres will cook themselves. But Maxwell will be looking now at Tomei.
Yeah, definitely.
Although Tomei, as you said, as I noticed, I think he's on the softs as well. So we'll see.
And he did his personal best last lap as well.
He did,
didn't he?
yeah.
But
So
57
he's
compared to
also going
56.
fast. Yeah, that's right.
If Maxwell can keep this pace up, then we could be heading for a grandstand finish for P3 in the race. Jacob Klein coming in. Oh, he's got to drive through. Too many instant points. That's a shame. Here's Russell Bright then, P7 now. Yep. Alex Murphy for company.
Yeah, Murphy, as I said earlier, was hunting him down. He has now caught him, but can he pass him?
Well, it's a track with plenty of places to do it. As long as he's got push to pass and all that jazz.
Gap remains pretty stable at the front. Tove 12 seconds back from Miller, but Tomei is pretty close to Tove. Might be a battle here with the soft tyres on Tomei.
That's a really good spot, actually. I kind of discounted that one in my mind for no reason at all, but you're right.
Little look from Murphy into the bus stop, but thinks better of it. But he's going to get a drive out of here. Can he do it around the outside into the Lessors?
He's going for it. Here comes Murphy.
He's done it. Of course, that gives Russell all of the slipstream up a Rouge. So let's see if we can get back on terms. But what we got here, Maxwell. Kelly has not lost that much to Maxwell.
No, Kelly's just hanging on and using Maxwell to tow him along.
Probably using push to pass, tow, everything he can do.
Yeah, everything he can think of, yeah.
Given how quickly Maxwell caught him, you would have expected him to just vanish. But at some point, the tyres will come back towards Kelly.
Yeah, Tove and Tomei now looking incredibly close together. It's under a second between them.
Yes, indeed.
I think we might want to start seeing that battle soon.
Please, Mr. Director.
Yes, please. I mean, I'm enjoying watching all these cars going around here because it does look fantastic. But if we've got a battle on our hands, we want to see it.
Oh.
There's Jacob having another adventure, unfortunately.
Well, he's got all those extra incident points now. He's done his drive-through. May as well use them. Here we go. This is what you wanted.
Yay, thank you very much. There's Tove. There's Tomei.
You checked Tomei's tyres? Yes. Softs, I thought so.
Yeah.
And we can see the last 2 laps he's taken 1.6 out of him.
Yeah, it's good going. Lauren showing
Lauren's
red.
Off, yeah. Good spot. Oh, it's in the run up to the bus stop. There he is. That's a very sick looking car, and no surprise that he's got a drive through.
That's a lawnmower, isn't it?
Oh, he clipped the curb as well.
Yeah, that's the old Blanchimont curb bash.
Blamongement. Oh god, there's pieces all over the place. His nose has come off.
Oh, that's filthy.
Dear.
NSFW on that one.
Indeed. Moving around there from Tove a lot, the car. Tomei is in his tracks. Can he get the job done?
I mean, 0.6 of a second or so, so He's pushing fast, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got to
He's
do it
gonna
before
run
the tyres overheat though, and especially
Yeah.
following another car, that's going to increase the heating. Another
he's
unsafe pit entrance. That's McLaren. So that was a meatball, probably, almost certainly. Incident limit, and he's got a penalty for entering the pit. That's 3 penalties in the space of like 20 seconds. I don't think you can get many more than that.
That's quite impressive, yeah. Well, they didn't. How many did James Pepper got when one of the endurance rounds? He racked up like 65 incidents or something crazy.
I don't recall that when that was, but yeah, that sounds.
No,
right.
that was this. I mean, it was this season. He stretched it over the whole race, but it was a fairly impressive run of pen gathering.
It's a Sunday drive for Miller at the front, isn't it?
It is.
Leisurely 59s at the moment. The gap stays the same to Tove.
Leisurely. What country are you from? That's
Well,
horrible pronunciation.
no, it's not. Bit wide there from Tove.
Yeah, Maxwell's bringing the gap down, but I think his charge might be arrested unless these two can wipe themselves out, which is, possible.
Nevertheless, 12 places up from where he started.
Very, very impressive.
Very
yeah,
impressive.
Let's not take anything away from him.
And he has dropped Kelly by about 2 seconds.
So Winslade, yeah, showing us out. We saw him in the pit lane. We haven't seen why yet, but that's promoted. Forrester back to second, and Steve Pepper looking at a bronze podium. Very nice indeed. Congrats to Steve.
Do you think Winslade's gone for an early drink? To drown his sorrows. He was doing very well until then.
Something went badly wrong after the pit stop, yeah.
Nicely getting out of the way there.
Yeah.
Tove appreciative.
So we're on lap 26 of 27, the penultimate lap.
We are indeed. Tome is running out of time. We just saw Maxwell in the shop behind him.
Yeah, and this is pretty much the only battle on track now. Kelly's still a couple of seconds back from Maxwell and grimly hanging on.
Tome's starting to slide a bit. I think his rears are getting a bit hot.
Which you had to say has been a masterful defensive class by Blake Tovey then to just to keep the car ahead and let that happen to Tome's tyres.
It has indeed.
White flag is out for the final lap of this race then.
Okay, so that was second, third, fourth and fifth all in the same shot. Just for that.
I know. Pepper's just got a drive through for too many instant points. Oh, Meesters is 2 laps down from him, so he's all right. That podium is safe.
It should be, yeah.
But you have to say, I mean, what a turn up for the bronze rankings. Is all just fallen apart from the very impressive Zhao Tome, who you had to say should be in a higher class, but
I think
will be next season.
He won't be able to avoid it.
No. Try arguing that one, Zhao. That'll be like
Miller.
David Ward saying he should be in. Was he want to be in bronze?
He wanted to be in bronze, yeah. I mean, obviously, it hasn't gone very well this race, but the previous 2 were great for him.
Yeah. Through no name for the final time, then comes Tome.
Kelly is starting to close back up on Maxwell by the looks. Not much left to do it though, so it looks like Maxwell's timed his change to perfection, I would say.
I think he has, yeah.
So we need to just watch Miller. We didn't really see much of him, but he's coming up to the bus stop for the final time.
Yep, here he is.
So negotiate Blanchimont and not do what at least 4 drivers has done.
Yeah.
The curb.
I think he knows where it is by now. You'd hope so.
I think even if he did touch it, he would limp it across the line still. He's got 11 seconds. Here we go.
Just about. Coming out of the bus stop for the final time then, and he's already celebrating. Congratulations to Rob Miller his second win in 2 races then, and he wins at Spa round 7. Here comes Blake Tovey then, a brilliant drive to P2, and Zhao Tome, bronze winner and P3 overall. Congratulations to Zhao. What another superb drive he's had. And as we were saying before, I feel like there's probably a win in him some point this season. Stephen Maxwell comes home to be the silver winner, P4, and a brilliant alternative strategy drive for him. Congratulations to you, Stephen. Then we
Also
have
Kelly for 5th, with a recovering Murphy finishing 6th ahead of Russell Bright.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Sharcraft.
Nice race, Blake.
nice recovery drive there by Alex Murphy after the tripping over of Pavel Kuzmarek in the source earlier in the race. So Rob Miller wins from Blake Tovey and Zhao Tome in 3rd. Then we have Stephen Maxwell, Gavin Kelly, Alex Murphy, Russell Wright, Ben Chalcroft, Don Parker, and Tiemann Lutz rounding out the top 10. Pavel Kuzmarek was in 11th, Chris Forrester in 12th, and then we had Ryan Suzuki, Jacob Klein, Tom Malarin, Steve Pepper, Rich Meesters, Gareth Winsley, David Ward, and Chris White.
Interesting to see what that does to the positions at the top.
Even James Pepper just behind them as well. Yeah, let's wait and see then, because obviously an unfortunate result for Don Parker there, tripping over Winslade spinning. And there we go then, Rob Miller has overtaken him and taken back the top of the standings. And Zhao Tome now up, comfortably remains in 3rd, ahead of Gavin Kelly and Stephen Maxwell, Blake Tovey and Chris White looking P7, so no change for the top 7. Ben Chalcraft's up 1, Alex Murphy up 3, Tiemann Lutz up 1, Ward's down 3, Rich Meesters up 1, Philip Miles down 3, and Winslade up 1, Bright's up 6, nice to see him back, Pavel Kuzmarek as well, and then Daniel Bond sadly missing from this race, as was David Lyon. They're both down a couple of places. Stupid Aguri remain on top of the Teams Championship ahead of Wizards Fire Ruby and the A-Team. Formulama jumping up into P4 ahead of Minari Simsor, McLaren, Nebulama, No Slots No Glory, Wizards Rose Gold and Cool Camel Racing Blue, rounding out the top 10.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so
yeah.
in 21, but a really fun race that. Just such a shame that we were denied Murphy versus Miller for the majority of that race.
Indeed, yeah. That's the risk of stopping early as you come out into the middle of the pack. But,
Yeah.
Try again next race, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. So next race we'll be at Barber Motorsport Park, and where are we going to be for the final 2 rounds after that, Jools?
We are at Montreal in Canada, and then the season finale is at where is it? It's Suzuka.
Oh, I thought it might be, yeah. Excellent stuff. Well, to all of you guys in the Lake District, hope you're having a wonderful time, and we will see you all at Barber Motorsport Park next time. Bye, Jules.
Bye bye.